My funniest fan interactions by Jaiden Animations. Y'all already know that I love listening to Jaiden Animations story times, and this seems like it's gonna be a whole bunch of mini story times. Plus, I just like listening to YouTubers talk about interactions with fans and experiences they've had because of being a YouTuber. You know, hopefully I get big enough one day to have people recognize me. But hey, that's a long way away. We still got work to do. Now, people over hitting me up over, oh, y'all ain't hear that all up in y'all ear. But yeah, let's go ahead and listen to some of the funniest interactions Jaiden Animations has had with her fans. Without further ado, let's get it.
One time I was at an arcade and saw
Dance Dance Revolution.
Mari bag, so I went up to them and said, "Hey, I really like your bag." She turned around, looked straight at me, and said, "Thanks, it's from Jaiden Animations." Oh, cool.
Okay. So I was about to say, where do you think she got the bag from? Of course she's gonna freak out in the middle of the store, but she didn't recognize you. Okay. Maybe this is before you revealed your face, or before your face got revealed. Yeah, so she might not have known what you look like in person. She might have only known your like character, or you know, you on the screen. God damn it, y'all know what I'm trying to say. She might have only known you here, not you.
And then I just walked
It
away
made
because
sense.
I didn't know how to salvage that interaction without being weird about it. As someone who is somehow
You could have just said, "I'm Jaiden
number
Animations."
on YouTube website, you'd probably expect me to be recognized
Huge number.
fairly frequently when I'm out on the town. I do definitely get recognized here and there, but given that almost all of the content I've posted is me in cartoon form, it's
Yeah.
much less than you'd think. I don't really expect to be recognized unless I'm going somewhere that attracts people who are more online, such as conventions or Hatsune Miku concerts. Of course,
Right.
plenty of IRL content on other people's channels, so it's not like no one knows what I look like, but that barrier has given
You get at least a few, hey, it's Jaiden
how
Animations
often people
a day
notice
if you
that
went
Jaiden
outside all the time doing
Animations
stuff.
in their vicinity. The majority of my fan interactions
I would notice.
are very positive and follow this general flow. Are you Jaiden Animations? Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I love your videos. Can I get a photo? Yeah.
Hey.
All right, thanks. Bye. It's simple. It's streamlined. Everyone's happy.
Y'all know it's some YouTubers out here that have talked about it. They've started denying it. Like if someone comes up to them and asks them, "Hey, are you know, whatever their YouTube name is," and because of the fact that they ask, they'll lie and be like, "Nah, that's not me, bro." And they'll be like, "Are you sure? Like you look and sound a lot like them." And he's like, "Nah, like I get that a lot actually. People keep on telling me I look like this YouTuber, but nah, that's not me, bro." And they'll be like, "Oh, okay." That shit wouldn't work on me. I'd be like, "Nah, fam, I know it's you. Like I'm not gonna bother you. Like I'll walk away and leave you alone, but don't fucking lie to me."
Of course, not every interaction goes like this, and naturally, people always want to know about the outliers, the bad interactions, the weird ones. Any freaks out there that you've met, Jaden?
You already know
Enough
that.
to
Come
be
on,
able
man.
To say, you guys are pretty normal. There's not
Most of them.
really any single experience that comes to mind when people ask me that. So thank you.
Nobody's actually done
Every
anything
single
yet.
person
That's
I've
good.
met in my
Hopefully they
entire
don't.
career So far. However, I do have some funny stories I've collected. Like one time,
Okay.
Jacob and I were sitting down at the Toadstool Cafe to film for their video about Nintendo Land when this one guy walked by and recognized Jacob. Oh my gosh, are you Alpha Red?
Hey,
Oh, that's so cool. I love your videos.
shout out Alpha Red.
Yeah. You know, everything's going as per the script. At this point,
Okay.
I piped up and asked, "Would you like me to take the photo for you?" And as I said that, Jacob and I both saw that the guy suddenly recognized my voice, and therefore me. Now knowing there were two YouTubers at that table,
That
he
would be
started to
crazy.
ask if I was Jaden, but mid-sentence realized that if he was incorrect, it would look a little tiny
Yeah, exactly.
racist. You know, you can't always just assume the Asian girl with Alpha Red is Jaden, even though 90% of the time.
I was gonna say it more than likely would be most of the time. Yeah. She's right about that. Yeah, if you don't really know what Jaden looks like, but you just hear the voice, she got a pretty distinct voice though. But I don't know. You kind of do gotta stop halfway through and be like, "Oh, my bad. I don't even mean it like
We
that."
ended up pivoting halfway through to cover for the mistake, which ended up like this. Would you like me to take the photo for you? Oh, correct me if I'm wrong, but who are you? Of course, we knew what he meant.
Yeah.
I'm Jaden. Everything is fine. We all take a photo together. But
That's
being
funny.
able to see the line his brain took in real time was so funny. It's one of my and Jacob's favorite
Ain't wanna
stories
offend.
because he meant so well. Like, I completely understand what happened. But also asking, sorry, but who are you? To someone offering to take a photo is just... I would
that could come off as rude if they ain't understand.
Tell them how much we love that interaction. Dude, if you're out there, I hope your Toadstool Cafe food was good.
Hey.
Because ours wasn't.
Whoever the dude is, you gotta post that picture on Twitter now. It'll go viral.
They've run into me.
Especially if you tag them in it.
Just wrong. I've seen tweets tagging me like, OMG, just met Jaiden Animations. As I'm currently sitting at home looking at a photo of
somebody else.
Girl. When we were all on tour for
that's
Scribble
fucked up.
Showdown a while back in Chicago, James and Emily went to go look at the bean, and James ended up getting recognized. While he was talking to the group of people, one of them saw Emily and went, oh my gosh, it's Jaden. James immediately starts laughing his ass off, trying to correct them, but somehow wasn't clear enough because when they were all taking a photo, they were like, Jaden, get in front. Another time when Jacob and Joe posted a video of themselves playing Mario Wonder in a GameStop, at the very end, Joe turned the camera around to the girl filming and said, are you Jaiden Animations?
Wow.
It was our friend Sarah Moon.
Yeah, obviously, he would know.
But has been called Jaden by confused viewers in the past.
Oh.
Really no reason, but still, hundreds of people in the comment section of the video still thought she was me anyway.
Wow.
Asian girl. Then, to poke fun at that situation, a while later they asked me to record them playing Mario Kart in a round 1, and it said, huge shout out to Sarah Moon for recording this video, as the camera panned to me. And you'd think people would catch on to the joke.
Nah.
So many.
They just cause hella confusion now.
Okay, I thought that was Jaden in the other video, but was afraid of being racist. Not realizing there's still not
they are literally dodging the joke.
And I genuinely look nothing alike, but just pointing at one of us and going, Jaden, will convince hordes of people in comment sections without fail. It's like casting an inescapable Jaden spell. On the opposite side of the coin, I was in San Diego for TwitchCon last year, perusing the San Diego Zoo with some friends. Now, to hype it up a bit, the San Diego Zoo is awesome. I legit went there 3 times during the 3-day event.
Oh, she should have showed the real pictures.
The math nerds out there.
That's what I thought she was about to do.
I went to the zoo more times than the actual convention. Anyway, someone ended up coming up to me with an, excuse me, that I registered as I was being recognized. So I turned around, expecting the typical fan interaction. Sorry to interrupt, but are you Amaru? I was stun-locked. It threw off my whole...
They don't even look alike.
I accidentally blurted out, oh, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm just Asian. And the guy didn't really have
she said that
about that. He just went, oh, okay, thanks. You know, it was a nice dose of humble for me, though. I got a...
Shout out Amaru. They don't look alike, though.
Being called Jaden, and now I've been struck by the Amaru hammer. Look, I'll be the one to say it, though. None of us look like each other.
They don't.
Just Asian women on the internet. Not even the same kind. So, yeah,
they're all different nationalities, too.
See your favorite creator in the wild. Make sure you double check.
Yeah,
Sometimes
double check.
I can tell people are secretly Googling me before asking for a photo just to be sure. And
hey, I ain't gonna lie, that's something I'd do if I wasn't 100%.
I didn't mean to go off on this whole tangent about people accidentally being racist. I'm sorry, there were just a lot of instances of it.
Nah, that shit funny though.
The very first time I was recognized, not in like a convention setting, was in a random Target. I was walking down an aisle chatting with my friend Kelsey when someone passed by, backtracked, and came up asking, are you Jaden? Now, this was back in 2017 when I had significantly less content showing my face, so I was completely shocked and not prepared. I was in ugly house clothes,
that's how it's gonna be too, every time.
Literal bridge dweller, and was in the middle of my first public fan interaction. Apparently, they recognized me from my voice, which is nuts. Some people told me I sound exactly like how I do in my videos, and others say
I'm sure she does. She got a pretty good microphone.
So I have no barometer on what I actually sound like. The person was super sweet. This isn't like a crazy story or anything, but it's special in my mind because I was so embarrassed embarrassed and unprepared for it, mentally and physically. This next one was when Jacob, Captain Kidd, and I were in Hawaii for Pokemon Worlds.
Bro, I want to go to Hawaii so bad.
At the event, and we're checking out all the fun decorations. Pokemon
Not as bad as Japan, but I do want to go.
All of us have made a good amount of Pokemon content. A lot of Pokemon fans were recognizing us and asking to take photos. A well-intentioned mom ended up taking notice of how much attention we were getting and asked us what we did for a living for all of these people to be coming up to us.
How y'all answer?
Explained we were YouTubers.
Okay, he came right out with it.
Saying,
because there's a lot of YouTubers that ain't gonna tell it. They gonna lie, or they gonna say like, oh, I edit or some shit like that. So they don't gotta go into the whole little conversation. Because once you say that and they see the like size of the channel, they gonna start asking a whole bunch of questions. And you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of YouTubers, they be trying to avoid that.
To be coming up to us. Jacob explained we were YouTubers, and she lit up, saying her son watches a lot of YouTube, pointing down at the young boy hiding behind her leg in an attempt to connect with the kid a bit.
He recognized none of them.
What YouTubers he watched. I like MrBeast.
Hey.
Seeing a way to make the kid excited, Jacob pointed at me and said, "No way! Did you know she was in a MrBeast video recently and won?" Instantly,
damn.
The kid jumped.
She was. Two of them things.
Beast? Well, like, kinda. I've talked to him before, but will you tell him to give me $1 million? First of all, hilarious situation to
same question for me, bro. $1 million. I need that.
The kid was suddenly not hiding behind his mom's leg anymore. We could see he had a giant gold chain around his neck, sporting a framed PSA graded base set first edition Charizard.
What?
Do you know how much cash you've got around your neck right?
Well, his mama better stop letting him walk around with that around his neck. There's people out here devious, boy. They'll snatch that shit, bro. You know how much money that shit is worth? Now,
the card was graded like 9.5 as well. I have no idea where he got it from. Like, you always see those, "Can you give me $1 bajillion?" comments on MrBeast stuff, but it was surreal to witness it in real life. Like, it's real. Gold Charizard MrBeast kid has been cemented in my memories, and I didn't even know who we were. Also, for the record, after I won the MrBeast Cube, my emails were an absolute wreck of random people begging me for money.
Oh my God, bro.
May please get some money? Hi, JD. Not my name. Just 10K. Thank you.
Just 10K.
Someone straight up sent me a PayPal invoice for $10,000 with no message attached. Just an outstretched
like just a gimme.
Box. Guys, I didn't win any money from that thing. You can stop emailing me. We gave it all away to various artists all over the globe to support them through their art school. Oh yeah,
didn't she say that they were doing that?
Opportunity, and I was very happy.
Yeah, she did say she was doing that. I remember.
With their degrees. But stop emailing me for money. Gosh, I don't even want to know what MrBeast's DMs look like.
I mean, you got the money, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, why would she give it to y'all for no reason?
One time my phone screen died on me, not my fault, so I had to take it to a repair shop. This was, unfortunately, during a time when my car's driver's side mirror was smashed. My fault. So I also had no street legal car to take me back home while I waited for my phone to be fixed. Needing to kill 2 hours, I ended up sitting in a nearby Burger King equipped with my Switch to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Okay, so you said.
As a second monitor to watch YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I almost made it the entire time with no issue, but like some sort of pathetic Scooby-Doo villain, my plan was foiled as a nice girl came up to me and quickly said, "I really like your videos," before walking back over to sit with her friends. Now, the interaction—
Now look, hold on, wait a minute now. That's probably what I would do, because I wouldn't want to be intrusive. So if that happened to me and I ran into one of my favorite YouTubers just out in the public, I would try to make the interaction quick. Like, yo, I know who you are. Fuck with your videos. I'm out of here and I'm going. You know, so I'm gonna try to get the picture if they wanted to take a picture. But I'm not gonna sit up there and try to like stand there and talk to them for 10 minutes like some people do. I'm gonna try to get the hell out the way. But I am gonna say something though.
"I really like your videos," before walking back over to sit with her friends. Now, the interaction itself was completely fine. I'm just embarrassed at what it looked like on her end. Internet personality Jaiden Animations sitting completely alone at a single seat table in a random Burger King.
She probably wasn't even thinking about that.
Just a table covered in devices like some sort of 27-year-old iPad kid. She didn't even let me explain my situation. She just said hi and walked off.
She wasn't tripping on it.
Girl,
People sit inside of fast food restaurants and
even
eat
still a
by
fan.
themselves
It
sometimes.
wasn't as pathetic as it looked. It was pathetic, but it's not that bad. I was just
Yeah, it's
passing
literally
the
nothing.
time. Please resubscribe. I feel like I lost you that day. Speaking of unfollowing out of shame, a couple of years ago, I went with some friends to my first furry convention. The furry convention isn't the shameful part though. That itself was great. The actual shame began when my group wanted to check out the 18+ section, mainly out of curiosity and
don't walk back there.
I
No.
sheepishly followed them in, and just as I was thinking
did
to
that.
myself, man, it would sure be unfortunate if I got recognized while in here. Oh my god.
Oh
Jaiden Animations.
my God. Hell no.
Yeah.
I'd have lied.
So
Nah, that ain't me.
admittedly, there's a single photo out there of me, a fan, and a very colorful background. Quickly moving on from that one.
Yeah,
This
rip the
story
photo
is
up and run.
by far the
Not the
most
18+
I've
section.
ever been
Hell no.
recognized out in public in my entire life. There's probably a teeny little slight possibility I curated it myself by accident, but it was when I went to a Hatsune Miku concert in California.
Oh, okay.
Community somehow has caught on that I like her, and said community was all right there in one.
What you mean somehow? You made a whole video, or maybe you didn't make the video yet at the time that it happened. I don't know, but they was gonna be there and they was gonna see you, and they was
Has caught on that
Come on,
I
man.
like her, and said community was all right there in one spot. Before the concert, I was getting recognized like every few minutes,
literally left and
which
right.
is very not normal for me, but you know, completely fine. I don't mind at all.
It's gonna happen every time you go too.
Everyone was led into the venue. I was meeting a few more people inside. Then the lights went down and we all got to enjoy the concert as per usual. However,
dope.
when the show was over and the lights turned back on, everyone rotated 180 degrees to head to the exit, which meant people could see my face again. Make it a few steps forward, get stopped, then 3 more people would come up.
Swarm you on me.
Be against the wall.
Damn.
My poor friends just had to watch it all happen and wait for me. For the first time ever, I needed to figure out a way to get out of there, or else I would have been taking photos with the entire concert audience as my friends withered on the floor. Sarah put her big hoodie on me, another friend gave me their sunglasses, and suddenly, I vanished.
Okay.
No more Jaiden Animations. Poof. She was gone. The Clark Kent strategy actually worked.
Hey.
Sarah and I quickly headed to the
Hoodie and sunglasses.
pushing past unsuspecting Miku fans. And
I mean, it makes sense, 'cause unless you have like a super duper distinct look, then yeah, you could just throw a hoodie on, rock some sunglasses, people probably won't recognize you.
it wasn't until we made it all the way to the parking lot where we turned around and realized we were alone. I was successfully smuggled out, but the downside was the disguise was so overly effective, even our friends didn't know who I was anymore.
Wow, so they were still in
If I'm
there?
ever in a sticky situation, a simple hoodie and glasses is really all it takes. I will no longer be making fun of Superman's public disguise. Dude knew what he was talking about. Despite all of these stories,
Nah,
if
that
you
disguise is
ever see me in
trash.
public, please don't be afraid to come up and say hi. I'm more than happy to meet you or take a photo. Again, basically,
Just don't be
every
weird.
person I've met who watches my videos was absolutely wonderful. These stories included. And I promise I won't make a video about you if you accidentally say something a little awkward. Unless it was really funny in the world.
Yeah, if it's funny, yeah,
Also, I
she
can
gonna
tell
definitely
when
gonna
you
let people
recognize
know.
me. I've essentially got a spidey sense for it by now, and it's more uncomfortable for both of us if you just stare at me for 30 minutes and then leave.
Facts.
Just say hi or something. It's okay. I'm lucky to have such a normal and kind group of people watching.
You definitely lucky.
And I do really enjoy getting to meet you guys.
Because fan bases
If
get
you
crazy,
take
bro.
Anything from this video, make sure you know it's actually me. This
Right.
is not me. This is not me. This is not me. I'm this one. that
This
helps.
one, noted.
Man, it has been.
Bro, that is hilarious, dog. Hey, man. Some fan interactions. Look, at least she got a fan base where she ain't got to worry about, for the most part anyway, no weirdness going on when she do meet and greets or when she just go places and meet up with her fans. Ain't nothing crazy or weird happen from what she explains. Not yet anyway. And it probably won't get to that point. She been a big YouTuber for a long time. So, I don't know, man. I guess you just got lucky. 'Cause you know what? Let me not even talk about that. Some fan bases get crazy, though. That's all I'm going to say. But all right. that'll do it for this video, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about the video down in the comments below. Make sure you leave a like before you get up out of here. And let me know if y'all got any other videos you want me to check out. Until next time, we up out of this thing. It's your boy Daru signing out. Peace.